Hello, my name is Gregtech82 and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. I have crafted all the different components, or the different machines, to finally replace them with Steam. Now I know it's probably not the most efficient, I'm going to take that out. I know it's probably not the most efficient to replace them, but I personally just kind of like getting rid of all the Steam machines and have all just running off my batteries. But this is going to be a little bit of a project here. I guess I can just break all these. Let me actually break these as well. So we'll turn that off. And then connect those all up. I don't even know if I need that large bronze one there, but oh well. Alright, so I need polished stone. Do I have enough? I think I have enough. Yeah. Alright, so what I want to do is move this row up. And to do that, man, this is going to get kind of crazy here because there's so many different things. I guess we'll throw these in here. I need to empty up my bags here, I think. Farm control stuff. I would like to get into forestry at some point, so be happy with that. I don't remember where they went, but I did have two other ones. Let me throw some of this in there. Alright. So what I'm thinking, the only problem is this is... Well, I guess I can move it over. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I think. See if I can remember how I place these. So I already forgot. I think I had it like that. Fluid canner, assembler. Circuit machine. I just lost a bunch of soldering iron, but it was getting low anyway, so that's fine. And distillery, don't know. Well, I can just move that. I need wire cutters here. Yeah, this is the problem. This one I can't. I'm going to have to move it down, I think. But if I do this, and then I'll put all this up here. Seems to be doing it in order, actually. That's cool. I think that was a 1. Yeah, that was like the order I had them in. Alright, so that'll be the top. Then these water ones will be underneath. So, ore washing. Mixer, no. I kind of want the ore washing one all the way to the right, I think. I'm gonna have another. I know I have a chemical bath, and that will need water as well, so that would go like here, and then maybe I'll just move it. Yeah. No, I'll leave that. I can just move it over as needed. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Where did that come from? That came from the distillery, didn't it? Alright, basic chemical reactor. Unfortunately, that's a lot of rubber. I don't want to lose that. Actually, it's kind of difficult to get in. I will have to borrow this setup. Alright, so that, yeah, that put it in there. Alright, so there's that. We'll put the wire mill next to it. Sleep. So there's the wire mill. Now these, I kind of like having these up top. I may adjust this a little bit in the future, but I like having the macerator. Let's see. Up top, so I can do like an inputs, outputs kind of thing with maybe a chest and hoppers. Yeah, because if I put like a chest above it, it's gonna block it. This machine, but I may just kind of figure that out later. Now this one I want next to the ore washing machine, so I can auto output into it if needed. I think, is that what I want to do? And then these are pretty simple. Don't need anything super. I should probably put this down. Basically put the stuff I don't use a lot on the bottom. And stuff with water. So we can feed it with water. Alright, is that most of it? Yeah, just these. And then I use these quite a bit, so extractor I don't. Alright, so that's kind of what I'm going to do, I think. A couple more torches here. I don't like how it kind of makes them, that one, like, so much lighter than the other ones. Oh, anyway. Sulfur goes, I can't remember where all these are. Alright. And there, let's just double check everything is connected. The bottom ones aren't. And then I just need to move these, which isn't a problem because I have tons of this wood piping. It's okay to use the bigger stuff. Nah. No, I'm not going to because I'm going to be bottlenecked by this anyway. Alright, so where are we? Alright, that should be getting, yep, it's getting water. We'll close that up. Alright, I think that is everything. Alright, so it's a little more compact. With 3, I think, but kind of one of the reasons I wanted to do these in a row is so I could do, let's see if I can. So like limonite ore, look at limonite, you can smelt it, obviously you don't want to do that, we'll crush it down, and then I'll just send it through the forge hammer and then smelt it. I think that's, we'll just kind of do that and see if that works. Oops, no, I don't want to output that. Now ideally I would have, yeah, these like would be on the top. So I could put like a bunch of ore in the chest, it would auto input, and then it would shoot it out into the chest. So I may kind of rearrange this a little bit, but I'll do that in between episodes. Alright, so now that I've taken a bunch of time doing that, let's take a look at some of these quests here. A lot of it is just crafting stuff I've already crafted before. If you feel like ore washing is too slow, use this hammer. There are no recipes that require anything more than steam level. Still haven't completed that quest. It is a compressor, but that doesn't mean it's compact. Oh, there's the forming press. The forming press quest was locked behind the compactor, or compressor. Alright. So, got a bunch of loot bags here. Got Steve's cart stuff. It's got a couple of those before. It was some emeralds. Some tracks. Nothing too exciting. So why don't those stack? Oh, I got a bunch of empty cells. Those are actually pretty helpful though. Although I have quite a bit now. Alright, so basically, yeah, this just polarizes, goes through the hammer, and then the hammer shoots it out into there. Alright. So, question is, do I want to start moving on to MV? It looks like nothing has really opened up in MV yet. I wonder what what's like the gate to MV. We have a basic arc furnace, hydrogen, I can actually turn this quest in and get hydrogen. Why don't I just do that? Because that completes this quest over here. I got this from a loop egg. That didn't open anything up though. It might have opened up multi-blocks somewhere else. Alright, so looking at the quest. The polarizer. That is a good one to get. Put some of this in here. Man, this isn't stacking at all. Alright, let me get some of the components for the polarizer and maybe the arc furnace. I think would be, I want to test this out, so and it's not too difficult to make, as I just noticed this needs graphite, which is just candy machine. I think I did that before, didn't I? Yeah. So yeah, I will be back. Alright, I have gotten a couple of things here, but I wanted to try out this. I've been buying these, and I figure maybe it's time to actually craft them myself. This isn't difficult, so I got 8 here. 8 times 18 is 1 ingot, so we will throw that in there. And then this should, yeah, craft those. Okay, so they're pretty easy, although it does take steel. I just don't like that, because steel is kind of my bottleneck at the moment, but I figured instead of paying for using coins every time I wanted to craft that, I should craft them manually. Because 16 is quite a lot. And I used the annealed copper to get 2 out of that. So I needed... forget what do I need. That I need the... right, I need circuit boards to make a bunch. Because I made a bunch of planks. Gotta fix all my inputs and outputs because I moved all the machines. Oh right, I lost that as well, so let's go ahead and I'm going to actually do a bunch. Yeah, we're doing okay. Actually, I'm thinking if it's raining, these are probably... Oh, actually, I conveniently built them in a dry biome. Completely not intended, but happened that way. But I'm curious if it's like, if it doesn't go up. Alright, so then we'll turn it that way. And soldering alloy smelts on really quickly. So, easy enough. Alright, throw those in there. Alright, I do need... It's 2 of those each. I couldn't remember if it was how many red alloy each. But yeah, now that I have all this stuff kind of set up, it's actually... These are not too terrible to make anymore. I just do kind of like a big batch of these at the same time. Alright. So that is that. I do need 1 graphite. Do I have any graphite? We will go ahead and make that. I don't need to have it go all the way through. I don't think you can smelt graphite. Well, maybe you can smelt graphite. I don't know. I'm gonna take that glue out because I feeling I probably will need something else in there. Oh, that's right. I took the soldering. Duh. Took it out. I'm not going to melt that down yet. I forgot I took it out of the machine. Alright, so graphite. I should check out the... That wasn't an efficient way of doing that. Alright, so I need an empty cell. Easy enough. Yeah, these recipes start going much quicker once you start getting all your infrastructure up. So there is the basic arc furnace. And we do get this empty cell back, which is nice. And the basic polarizer. Now, I'm gonna get... Yeah, I'll do like 8, I think. I don't know how many I'm actually gonna need, but we'll get that going. Alright, so basic polarizer doesn't get used a whole lot, so I will throw it underneath. Gotta make sure it's connected. And basically all this does is take your iron rods and really quickly turn them into magnetic iron rods, so you no longer have to use the 4 redstone per rod. So that is actually really helpful, and it's actually really easy to make. I should have made it much sooner, because it's just a hull and some tin and iron. There's no other like pistons or anything like that, so this should be like one of the first ones you actually make, and I kind of wish I had done it way earlier. So yeah, now the arc furnace is quite a... It's like a... It's really power hungry. Gotta think of a good place to put this. I kind of want it like right here, to be honest. I may have to move I may have to move the centrifuge, but for now we'll just kind of leave it. I'm not using the electrolyzer a whole lot yet, but alright, so the arc furnace uses 3 amps. A lot of the recipes use 3 amps. So if we do, let's say, I want to melt down this steam extractor that I'm not doing anymore. If we look at the recipe, so the arc furnace, it pulls 3 amps at 30 EU per tick, so it's actually using 90 EU per tick, but it is an LV machine. So as we can see, like voltage is 30. But it pulls 3 amps at once, so that uses a ton of power, so I can't be running this a lot. And then each recipe requires oxygen. So, put that back. What I really want to use this for is wrought iron for now. So I need to get oxygen into this machine, so I got to figure out a good way to get oxygen. And if I remember, easy way to get oxygen, let's see, oxygen gas. One of the ones is like electrolyzing water is an easy way to get it, and yeah, so like water with an empty cell, you'll get oxygen cell or hydrogen gas, and I think if you do a different circuit, it switches those. Yeah. So if you do a circuit 4 with water, you'll get the liquid gas and then a cell of hydrogen. Or if you do it like the other way, with a circuit of 2, you'll get liquid hydrogen gas here and oxygen cell up there. I know magnetite is a good one too, I think. A lot of these are like green sapphire dust and stuff. These are actually, yeah, that's actually an idea to get aluminum as well. I can get that at this stage. This is from a almandine vein, isn't it? Yeah, almandine. And I have found one of these, I think. Maybe I haven't. I thought I did. Maybe I'm thinking of hepatite. Anyway, the another one is magnetite here. And I'm just going to do what we do. I think it's 7 magnetite. Yeah, so electrolyzer, 7 magnetite, and then you get 3 iron dust, which is convenient because I need a lot of iron, and you get 4 oxygen gas out of it. And I'm going to have to set up possibly this. What I want to do is, now I could why don't we try this? If we do, I think it's this one. Is the thing on it? Yeah. So if we pull let's pull that pump off, we can actually put it directly on the machine. Screwdriver. Now the only problem with this, if you do it this way, you can't, I don't think you can access the pump. Like if I put a machine, this block here, I'm not going to be able to access it, unfortunately. But so we'll put the pump on there. Right click to import, so it pulls into whatever it's connected to. And then we will throw that there. Now let's get the magnetite. And still got to figure out like a best place for this electrolyzer. Is it not connected? It is not connected. And this uses a lot of power as well. I think. Maybe not. It does use 30 EU per tick. Doesn't use multiple amps though. Alright, so there is the iron dust, which is convenient because I can just go ahead and smelt that up. And then the oxygen gas, which we will just kind of remove this. And maybe I can upgrade this hand pump. Oh, right. It's not going to let me output that. I guess we'll just... auto output that into a tank. That's definitely not ideal, but... So I gotta figure out how I want to do this. I kind of want to have all these going to like tanks, like all the different fluids, separate tanks, and I could have them kind of separated. I don't know yet. I kind of did that in my Gregtech series, but I just kind of wanted to get this set up really quick and check it out. So there we go. We got the oxygen in. Yeah, like if I had this pumped out directly into it would be kind of cool. And then I think there's filters that you can place on there, like that says don't put any other this fluid other than this in there. But okay, so there's the fluid or the oxygen. Now I wanted to put the iron in there, and there we go. Wrought iron ingots directly into an ingot of wrought iron. Much easier than having to break it down into nuggets, melt the nuggets, and then compress them back again. But this does use a ton of power, so you can't be doing that a long time. But let's go ahead and just smelt this back down. Now if we look at this really quick, we'll get 8 bronze and it uses 600 gas, but it takes 30 seconds. So 30 seconds at 90 EU per tick is gonna do a number on these once the battery buffer goes, and it might cause issues with other things farther down the line. Yep, so there we go. And just for perspective, this is using 90 EU per tick, and my blast furnace, which I have a dedicated whole thing to, uses 120. So yeah, definitely a power hungry machine, but there we go. We got our bronze ingots back. So lots of cool things the arc furnace can do. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. I'm not sure where I want to go next. What do we got? Faster steel production, cheaper annealed production. Oh, that's the other thing you can actually do. You can get annealed copper in the arc furnace as well. And then that is just a better kind of version of copper in recipes. Usually you get like the vacuum tube. If you use copper, you get if you use regular copper, you get 1. If you use annealed copper, you get 2. So I'm always going to be trying to use annealed copper when necessary. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.